For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. 30th week in ordinary time, 30th of October, Saturday reflection. My dear friends, St. Paul, being so hurt about the Jews' unconversion, Jews being not identifying Jesus as a savior, now he speaks about the pagans. Because Jews did not accept him, pagans got the chance to become Christians, to have the connection. But then it does not mean Jews are condemned. The moment they are converted, if they come to know the Christ, that connection is going to be very strong. So Jews, so-called chosen people, the people of God, Israelites, God revealed himself to them in a very special way. Not because they are a great nation, but then they are a small, tiny group of people. But God exalts them in that choice. You read Deuteronomy 7:7. Why God chose them? Because they are not because they are great, but they are small, meager, meek. That's exactly the nature of God, my dear friends. Because of their pride, now they are put down. And then we are chosen. And we know Christ and we live according to His commandments. Okay, fine. It does not mean that we can inflate our minds. No. The pride can completely destroy you. So you have to be aware of the place where you are seated. We have to be aware of the calling, because it's purely His invitation. Like the people who were invited for the wedding today in the gospel. So it's an invitation. Not because we are worthy, not because we deserve it, no. It's purely out of His grace and love, we are invited. Always remember that I am a nobody. Always consider everyone is greater than you. Because they are, isn't it? Because they are. How can you judge yourself and judge others? Because before God, only credibility that you have is His recognition. He has chosen you, accepted you, given you a place. But then you are here not to be served, but to serve. So not to seek for positions, not to seek for power and prestige, status in this world. It's exactly what happens to us, my dear friends. We forget the connection. The moment we forget the connection, the moment we lose recognition within, that I am, everything is possible because of Him. With Him, there is nothing impossible. So you have, this is the truth of life. I'm done and I'm nobody, I'm in zero. But then with His love, only I experience. So wherever you go, whatever you do, you have to keep this in your mind, that He is there. Because of Him, I'm here. So that's what happened when you are empty inside. When you are empty inside, you make a lot of noise. But then if you are filled, there's no noise. That's exactly what happened. At the house of ruler of Pharisee, they were watching him carefully. See, chosen people, and they have judged the Lord Himself. And how can something great can come from Nazareth? So that's what they thought. But it was hidden from them. He was not born in Nazareth. He was born in Bethlehem, isn't it? City of bread, David's city, because of the census. But then they are completely lost in their perception and understanding. Then he says, now He told a parable to those who were invited when he noticed how they chose the places of honor, saying to them, they were observing him, but then in return, they are being not observed. They are being severely observed. He sees what's exactly happening. His focus is beautiful, my dear friends. He focuses on minute details. He told, in the gospel, he says, I have counted your hair, numbered your hair. And even one hair won't fall without his knowledge. So your worth, think about two sparrows. They don't worth a penny. But then, even that insignificant creature will not fall without his knowledge. Everything he will have an eye on. He knows exactly what you are going through. Everything happening in your life. As the widow went to the temple and put 2 bronze coins, and he identified it, isn't it? His attention to detail is amazing. He sees what's happening. And he sees why they were searching for a higher place. And he's saying, but understand what he's saying. When you are invited by someone to a wedding feast, do not sit down in a place of honor, because lest someone more distinguished than you will be invited by him, and he who invited you both will come and say to you, give your place to this person. So he's asking, so this is the understanding of the parable. Then you will begin you will begin with shame and to take the lowest place. But when you are invited, go and sit in the lowest place, so that when your host comes, and he may say to you, friend, move up higher. Then you will be honored in the presence of all who sit at table with you. So you have to understand this. It's not you go and sit in a lower place because you want a higher place. No. That is not the understanding. So one thing, you want a higher place because you are empty. You are not raised by God. He has not raised you up. He has chosen you and given you credibility, value. He knows the worth of your life. Only because of Him, without Him, you're none, you're nothing. You're like dust without that breath of God, isn't it? You're just mud. So exactly what happens. So if you know who you are, and how He has chosen you, what value you have in Him, because He says, you're my son, you're my daughter. I'm well pleased of you. If you don't know that, you will sit on a top of place because you're empty within. Because inflated balloons will float, isn't it? There's no weight in it. But then, when you bear fruit, you will lower down. That's humility, humble nature. Humility is heavy because you're filled with His love, and you don't mind sitting on the lower place because that place won't give anything. You have something greater within yourself where no one can touch or harm or take or rob. So that certainty, that credibility, that assurance, only He can give you. So that's why you're always bothered where you sit on a top or bottom. Because that is simply a seat, simply a chair. What can height of a chair can do to your status? Because you're a son of God, you're a daughter of God. So that place is high. Jesus left everything, even His nature as God. He came down and became a slave, and God raised Him when He was obedient unto the cross. God raised Him. That's exactly the true power of humility. Think about it. Have a nice day. May God bless you.